Hello everyone, I welcome you all to this 30 days masterclass series on electric vehicle design. Today is day 11. We are going to discuss about brushless DC motor speed control mechanism with MATLAB Simulink. I welcome you everyone here. Yes, I welcome Aditya, Ramesh, Harshada, Ashwini, Mohideen, Yogendra Kumar. Welcome participants. All welcome Tushar, Shalman, Ravi, Mita, Pranav. Warm welcome. Am I audible? Am I audible? Dear participants, please comment. Karthik. Welcome participants. Warm welcome Mahadev, Deepak. Am I audible? Very good evening everyone here. Very good evening participants. Am I audible? Can you please comment? Yes, thank you. Thank you participants. Thanks for your valuable reply. Yes. See about the Pantech is a educational equipments manufacturing company. About the vision to help 10 million students to learn the technology in easy way. So this is our Pantech vision. We have trained about 1.5 lakh students last year. So this year we have targeted 10 million students. And announcement, we will have a attendance form by 7:30 p.m. So please submit the attendance form and without fail. And batch 2 booking is started. So you can use this coupon code batch 2 EV. So this is the coupon code. So you can use it to get a discount. And so far we have covered about 10 classes. So today is the 11th class. So brushless DC motor, and then the bold letters all are the project content. So the internship people, so please visit the internship portal and collect all these 30 days content from the internship portal. So far we have uploaded 10 classes. So tomorrow I will upload, after this live I will upload the day 11 class. And for the internship people, we have scheduled the bonus content like existing 10 projects. This is the golden letters. And after that, vector controlled induction motor and solar PV powered electric vehicle system. So these two projects I have added exclusively for the internship people. So those who are all working in the electric vehicle research, so please take this benefit. And so let us move to the topic. Today we are going to discuss about the basic introductions of the brushless DC motor and difference between DC motor and then brushless DC motor and working principle, how it is working, and we can see the MATLAB demonstration along with the applications. So where we are going to use this application. Actually, as per this masterclass series, we are going to use this brushless DC motor for the three-wheeler applications, two-wheeler applications, right? But apart from that, from these applications, what are all the remaining applications? So all these things we will discuss in detail. So please keep engaged with the entire class. Very good evening. How to reach internship portal? See here, just visit the pantechelearning.com and go to login. Just log in your account and so use your credentials, and after that there will be a courses tab. So just to click the tab. So here the electric vehicle masterclass series will be added in your portal. Suppose if you are not yet received any course activations, so please WhatsApp me. This is my WhatsApp number. So this is my WhatsApp number. I will share my WhatsApp number in live chat. Yeah, this is my WhatsApp number. I will reply you after this live. So internship people, please, please use this facility. So those who are all registered, but still many people are not reached the internship portal. So you have to access all the video content, and then whatever we have given you the for project files and then presentations, you have to use for your research applications, research purpose. So this is exclusively for the research purpose, academic purpose only. And in the internship, in the live chat, so no need to type any present, so you can just submit the attendance form, so it will be provided at 7:30 p.m. I hope you have understood the DC motor working principle and then speed control mechanisms. So if you have any questions on the DC motor, so please ask me, so that BLDC motor will help you to understand whenever you have cleared in the DC motor. But the operation is more or less same. Very good evening. If you have any questions about the DC motor, you can ask me before starting the class. Yes. If you have any questions about the DC motor yesterday topic, so please comment in the comment box. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for your comment. Uh, Participants, please comment in English language. Commutator, brief explanation about the DC motor. Yeah, I will do it. I will do it. No queries. Yes, Mr. Pranav Kulkarni. Great. Okay, right. Let's move to the topic. EV always run on DC machines. If you connect the DC machines, then it will run. Yeah, thank you, participants. And so now we are going to compare the DC motor with the BLDC motor, so that we can easily understand the concept. See here in the DC motor, so there will be two permanent magnets. One is called the North Pole and another one is called South Pole. Right? So this is the two permanent magnet, and the rotor part will have a coil. Right? So this is the rotor part. So the rotor part will have a coil. So now we are going to apply a voltage. So now we are going to apply a voltage to the coil. See here, so here we are going to apply a voltage. Similarly, here we are going to apply a voltage. So what it will happen? So whenever you are applying the voltage, see here, suppose if it is a positive, so let us take this as a positive and then this is negative. So in that case, again, sorry, this is also positive. So in that case, what it will happen? So this rotor will get reflected. So will get reflected, right? So on that situation, see here the motor, DC motor will have a brushes with the commutator, right? So the contact brushes will connect to the shaft, so it will contact and it will keep on connected to the supply voltage. So there will be some spring mechanism to transfer the voltage. So due to this reflection, automatically the coil will get connected in the reverse polarity. So due to that, again the south pole will get a negative force and the north pole will get a positive force. So due to this same side of the pole, then the reflection, magnetic reflection can be happened. So these are all the within this fraction of seconds, and this will get activated, right? So this is very simplest mechanism of the DC motor. If you have a two permanent magnet and if you apply a coil, if you keep the coil between these two permanent magnet, if you apply a voltage, then the coil will get spinning, right? So this is very simple mechanisms. Similarly, so the same concept in the DC brushless DC motor also. See here, this coil. Yeah, see here, this coil, wherever it is available here, so this entire coil is going to be mounted on the stator of the motor. So this is the stator of the motor, and the rotor again is going to replace with the permanent magnet. So this is the rotor model. So these are the rotor models is going to replace with the permanent magnet. So whereas in the DC motor, stator will be the permanent, rotor will be the coil. But here the stator will be the coil and the rotor will be the permanent magnet. So now you have an option to change the voltage by electronically, whereas here we are changing the voltage in the mechanically. Whereas if you have a inverter model, so with the help of inverter model, we can convert, we can change the voltage on specific particular time, by electronically we can vary the voltage. So by changing that voltage electronically, then we can get a we can apply a voltage for some time. Whenever, suppose if you are having the magnet is north, suppose if you are applying voltage positive voltage here, so then what it will happen, so this will get reflected to the next one, right? So here suppose if you apply negative voltage, just a second, yeah, suppose if you are applying negative voltage here, so this is the negative voltage. If you apply negative voltage here, what would happen, this south pole will get reflected from this negative and then it will get move forward, right? So the keep on will get turned on and then the rotor will get followed, right? So here how you can achieve the positive and negative voltage by changing this one. Sometimes this should be a positive, so I see here this, sometimes this should be a positive and after that this should be a negative voltage, right? So this can be possible with the help of MOSFETs or IGBTs, that is called solid state power electronic devices or solid state switches, right? So here this is the construction of the DC brushless DC motor. So these are all the coils, and this is stator model, and these are all the magnets. So that is called permanent magnet. So that's why we are calling permanent magnet brushless DC motor. Why you are having a permanent magnet? So to increase the motor torque, we have to keep a permanent magnet. So in that case, we can extract more magnetic force. So while it is the working condition. So this is the very simplest working principle of the brushless DC motor. And now let us check how the commutation happening. See here in the DC motor, so there will be a stator will be the permanent magnet and the rotor will have a coil. So now we are applying a voltage, so positive voltage. So what it will happen? So this north pole will get attracted, right? So the see here, this is the stator will be the permanent. By changing the voltage, by applying the voltage, right? So straight away, suppose if this positive is always connected to the certain point, so in that case what it will happen, the keep on the voltage will be the same polarity. Whereas here, so we are going to use a one more mechanism called the commutator mechanism. So in the commutator, brushes and then spring will be there, so it will keep on change the voltage for the certain period for the particular winding, and then for the certain period for the again second winding. So in that case, the winding will receive alternate voltage. See here the winding, so will receive a alternate voltage. This is the positive voltage for certain time and the negative voltage for certain time. So the change is happening with the help of the commutator, right? So the change is happening based on this the help of the commutator. This changes is going to happen, right? So this is the very simplest commutation which is happening in the DC motor. So now see here to achieve this one, the commutator will be this. So this part will be the commutator like a spring mechanism. Actually in the previous class also I have shown you the brushes. I will show you on some image. Forget it, where it is, I will show you. So like this commutator will be placed in the motor. Yeah, see here, can you able to see this one? Yeah, so this is the commutator which is going to be placed placed on the rotor part. Okay, so keep on, this part will get connected with the coil. So due to that one, we are getting the alternate voltage in the rotor side. So due to this, so actually this is called mechanical commutation. So now we are going to do this same principle with the electronic circuit. So that's why we are calling it as a brushless DC motor. So due to this mechanical part available on the motor, so there will be a noises, then adequate maintenance is required, and power loss is happening. Power losses keep on increasing with the help of, with the aging factor. So due to this one, we have to avoid the mechanical commutator with the help of electronic commutator. So because we have a lot of full-fledged technology available in the power electronic side. Yes. So now. So now we are going to convert this commutation, brushed commutation with the electronic commutations. See here, the DC motor is working. So whenever you are applying a voltage, so this is a speed control mechanism. So earlier it was the motor running. Suppose if you are applying battery voltage, 12 voltage straight away to the motor, then the commutation may happen inside the motor, right? Whereas here the speed control, by changing the amount of voltage, then we can vary the speed voltages. So as we know that if you keep a full bridge circuit, we can rotate, and suppose if you change the polarity, then you can get a positive as well as the negative directions, right? So now let us take a brushless DC motor. So this brushless DC motor, the first one is this is stator winding, and rotor will be the permanent magnet, and the rotor, this is the center point of the rotor. So this is shaft. So here the motor always comes up with the rotor position sensor. So if you know the rotor position, if you know this position, whether this point is high or low. So when it will be the high and then when it will be the low. See here, if you draw this entire cross-sectional view, so this is a 0 degree and 120 degree, and then this is another 120 degree, right? So in between each, this is 120, and this is 120, and this is also 120. So if you keep one sensor to cover this area, so this is called H1. Similarly, this is called H2, and this is called H3, right? So if you know the rotor position, based on the rotor position, if you excite the voltage, then it will the rotor will aligned with the stator supply, and whenever now we can change the stator supply with the help of power electronic circuit. In that case, see here, rotor is keep on moving, so the green color is keep on moving. So whenever the green color approaches on the particular region, then we have to apply a positive voltage and the negative voltage. So like that, if you change the voltage, then the rotor, we can maintain the rotor speed on the particular level, right? So for to achieve this working principle, to achieve this process, we need a rotor position status. So where exactly the rotor there, right? So let us check one by one. And so here the electronic in the DC motors, the physical commutation is happening. So simply we are converting this stator with this three-phase Hodge bridge inverter. So this is a three-phase Hodge bridge inverter. In the DC motor, you have a coil on the rotor side. Similarly, we are going to have a coil in the stator side, and the magnet is going to happen in the rotor side. So now, if you change the voltage in the stator side, then the rotor will get rotations, right? So now you should know the logic when you should apply a positive voltage for the U phase, when you apply a negative voltage for the U phase. Similarly for the other two phases also. So if you have a rotor position status, then you can take a call whether I should apply a positive voltage or negative voltage onto the particular phases. This is very simplest logic. So six step commutation, as we discussed in the previous classes, like inverter section. So like 120-degree mode of conduction, 180-degree mode of conductions, the two type of conductions we have discussed. Similarly, if you take a 120-degree mode of conduction, the exact logic will match for this inverter. Sorry, for this brushless DC motor. Right. So for the step 1, if you apply a voltage for the U1, and then this is called phase 1, and this is phase 2, and this is phase 3. Right. If you apply a voltage to this U1 positive and then V negative, then you may get a 1 position. Similarly, if you change the position of pulse width for the remaining 6 MOSFETs, you can vary the motor speeds. So how you can vary the speeds straight away? You cannot vary the PWM, right? So if you know the rotor position, then you have to take a call. Alright, see here, now we are going to keep a sensors. So how to sense the rotor position? By keeping by placing a Hall sensor. So like this is like a simple optical sensor, so which will be placed on the rotor side. See here, if you take this diagram, so in all the motors inside the brushless DC motor, there will be one PCB. So that PCB will have a sensor position. Right, see here, this 3 sensors is placed, H1 and then H2 and then H3. So the 3 sensors is placed, and if you apply a voltage to this coil, right, so this the 3 phases. So this is the 3 phases R, Y, B, and this is the positive and negative terminal. Alright, so sorry, yeah, R, Y, B. So this is the phase terminal, and then positive and negative voltages for this sensor applications. So now we have to sense the rotor position. So for that one, you have to do take a motor and take a CRO. See here, from this motor we will receive a three coils, right? R, Y, B. So now you just take a CRO. So take a CRO. In the CRO you will have a probe, right? So the probe, if you connect a probe one point to the a Hall sensor 1, right? So this is, if you take a Hall sensor 1 output and then H2 and then H3, and similarly with respect to the ground pin, right? If you connect a probe to the ground pin, in the CRO you will receive a square pulses. So like this square pulse, whenever you rotate the motor manually, right? So just to take a motor and connect a CRO to the sensor output with respect to the ground. Now you have to manually rotate the motor shaft. Whenever you change the rotor position, then you will get a status whether that sensor is high or low. So like that you can get a status. If you want to see the physical hardware demonstration about this experiment, you just visit our YouTube channel. So there is a video, rotor position sensor video. So you please just visit, and you can get more idea about the real-time verifications. Is it clear? Do you have any questions about this point? So in the BLDC motor, this is the very important point. If you know this one, then you can easily you can easily build your own control algorithm for the motor control. Yes, and if you have any questions, you please comment in the comment box. Yes, thank you, Mr. Amitwa Chetan. If you have any questions, you please comment about this rotor position. Sensor. See, actually, three only three Hall sensors is used. See here, if you take the entire 360-degree, if you take entire 360-degree, so this three sensor is enough to cover the entire 360-degree. So that's why we are taking three sensors. Even you can keep five sensors also, but it's not mandatory. But if you keep only two sensor, then the resolution of the position will be very less. Hall sensor like MOC type of sensors is there, just optical sensors, that's enough. Here voltage is changing, then why we are calling it is a DC. See here why we are calling this brushless DC motor, in the sense the working principle is similar to the DC motor, right? So if you take this block diagram, so here we are applying a DC voltage only, right? So this is called electronic commutation, but the working principle actually, whereas the induction motor will work in the different manner, and PMSM will work in the different manner, and then SRM will work in the different manner, whereas the working principle for the DC motor as well as that in brushless DC motor, both are same, except in the DC motor we are using the commutator brushes and then spring mechanisms, whereas here that part is replaced with electronic circuit. That's why we are calling it is a DC brushless DC motor. How the motor will will rotate clockwise and then anti-clockwise. So now you have to generate a lookup table to achieve the clockwise as well as the anti-clockwise directions. See here, if you take a rotor position, if you connect a motor to the CROs, then you will receive a square pulses, right? So this kind of square pulses, H1, H2, H3 square pulses will be there. See here, now you have to generate a logic. So see here, this is the 1. Earlier actually we have discussed this point also. This is the 1 and this is 0 and this is 1. So now you have to generate like 1 0 1. So this is the lookup table. If sensor value like this, then we have to apply we have to enable U positive and V negative, right? Similarly, the next case, see here, this is a 1 0 0. So the next case is 1 0 0. So here what we have to do, again U positive, that is the U phase is the positive, and then W phase will be the most negative. W will be the negative. So like that you have to generate a sequence. See here, now you have to write a lookup table whenever this position reached. So in that case what you have to do, first you have to enable the V negative and then U positive. So if you rotate this one, then you can generate you can change the rotations. So like that you can achieve positive as well as the negative, I mean forward motoring as well as the reverse motoring. Yes, thank you participants. What is lookup table? So lookup table in the sense it's like a similar if logic. So in the application code we have to generate if H1 is so and so, H2 is so and so, and then H3 is so and so, then just enable PWM1 and PWM3. So this is called simply lookup table. Yes. So now we have to apply a PWM for the 3-phase in inverter. So just first you have to develop a square pulse. So within the square pulse, if you change this square pulse into the pulse width modulation, then here we can adjust the duty cycle. So based on the duty cycle value, then we can get output voltage, a variable output voltage. So this is very simplest logic to understand the BLDC motor, right? And So again, this is a back EMF. By default, it will be the trapezoidal back EMF. We may get it from the motor. So that is with the help of back EMF, we can generate a sensorless motor control application also. So for the EV applications, we have to go for the sensorless motor control. It will be more efficient because the sensor may get there is a chance to fail. But whereas if we keep a sensorless, then we can remove the disadvantage, particular disadvantages. And now let us discuss the types of BLDC motor. So this is a one pole pair motor. Similarly, the two pole pair motor and four pole pair motor also. So if you increase the number of poles, then you can get more torque. And some major difference between the brushed DC motor and the brushless DC motor. So for very first point is the commutations. So here we will use the mechanical commutation, here we will use the electronic commutation. And the speed range compared to the BLDC very low, but here you can get a higher speed range. And then control mechanism, so here the DC motor will have a very simple control mechanism. Whereas in the brushless DC motor, it's too complex. So straight away you cannot generate a PWM. You have to sense the Hall sensor output, and from the Hall sensor you have to generate a lookup table. So from the lookup table only you can generate a PWM logic. And then electrical noise is completely very less compared to the DC motor. And then rotor inertia. See here, initially the DC motor will have a high inertia, whereas here it's very less. And then speed torque, it has there is no any mechanical limitations, right? So it's generally the torque characteristic is huge. And lifetime, it's DC BLDC motor is a better one. And if you compare the DC motor, BLDC is always better. Simply just to keep in your mind this one. But cost wise, it's a little bit costly than the DC motor. So how you can implement the speed control? So first you should know the speed command, and from this pulse width modulator. So this pulse width modulator will generate a PWM for the MOSFETs or IGBT. So this is the inverter block. So this is the inverter block, and after the inverter you can get a voltage to the motor. So this is a block diagram for the speed control mechanism. So first point, you have to sense the motor, you have to sense the rotor, and after that from this rotor position, then you have to calculate the lookup table or theta value. So what is the position of the rotor? So here and for the closed loop mechanism, from this we can calculate the speed, what is the speed of the motor. So if you compare the actual speed with the reference speed, then we can generate the control signal for the PWM. Alright, so this PWM will generate a exact control signal for the inverter with respect to the theta. So all these things needs to be happen in the microcontroller. So the microcontroller will take a call, what is the actual value, what is the current value, reference value. So it will automatically generate the error signal. Then if you apply a PI controller in the microcontroller, then we can achieve the speed control mechanisms. Right. So this is a simple step. First to identify the motor terminal. By default, some manufacturer will give you motor detailed informations. Some manufacturer will not give. Simply if you are importing from China, then you cannot get any motor terminals. So in that case also we can identify the motor informations. So that is the best method. If you just connect your motor with the CRO, then rotate the motor. Then from that you can take a Hall sensor's position. And similarly, take a few more, put our DSO into the dual channel mode and compare the back EMF with the Hall sensor. Then you can identify the phases of motor also. And from this point, you can develop a truth table. And from the truth table, you have to generate a switching pattern. So from the switching pattern, you have to generate a driver. Alright. So after that, you can you can apply the switching pattern to the inverter. Then we can drive a motor. So this is very simple step to understand the brushless DC motor concepts. So now let us move to the MATLAB. So let us move to the MATLAB. I'm going to open the MATLAB. See here already I have developed this block. So already I have developed the motor, and I'm going to explain this motor on stage by stage. So please watch this one. And first you have to take a motor. So generally this motor block will be available on the Sim Power Systems machines setup, machines library. So go to Simscape and then electrical specialized power systems and fundamental blocks. So go to machines library and see here you can identify the permanent magnet synchronous motor. So if you choose the motor, and by choosing this motor, if you choose here sinusoidal or trapezoidal, then you can get an output, right? So this is trapezoidal block. So in the MATLAB you can get a PMSM as well as the BLDC motor with the same block, right? And after that if you connect the motor, then you can get a if you connect a bus selector to the motor, then you are eligible, you can change the motor rotor position. See here, this is the rotor position, Hall A, Hall B, Hall C. So first you have to identify this sensor from the sensor data, right? So after that you have to generate a logic. So first you have to take a positive voltage, and then you just invert the voltage, invert the pulse, and then take another set. So this is Hall A, ABC, and then this is inverse of Hall ABC. So now we are going to take a PWM. So this is a universal bridge, already we have discussed, right? So this is the universal bridge, and see here, if you take this logic, so I'm going to write just write the yeah. So the inside the universal bridge, we will have a three phase inverter. So inverter, right? So take this one motor induction, BLDC motor, and so 6 MOSFETs will be here. So here the number is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then 6. So like this, we have to apply a pulse to the block. So in that case, PWM1, PWM2, PWM3, PWM4, and PWM5, and PWM6. So you have to combine all these. You have to generate first. You have to generate the block and then connect to the universal bridge. So you have to generate all the pulses and then connect to the universal bridge. So this pulse is directly going to the motor, right? So now we are going to control the inverter input voltage. So instead of keep on applying a constant DC bus voltage, so here itself we are applying the controlled output, controlled voltage. So in that case we can vary the motor speed. See here again, just to take another bus selector. So in this one we are going to measure the rotor speed. So this is the rotor speed, and if you apply a reference voltage, reference speed. So this is the reference speed, and then we are taking the actual speed. We are comparing this one, and this is the simple PI logic controller, PI controller. See here PI controller. So just to keep it 1 1, and then initialization value, and then output saturation. Here the error signal is minus 500 to plus 500, because we are going to change the voltage from minus to positive. So this is simply voltage controlled device. So whatever the PID will give you the output, so based on this output, this will generate a voltage. So straight away already the motor inverter will work under the perfect commutation method. Now if we are changing the voltage, terminal voltage, then we can get a proper controlled output voltage. So like this. We can implement the motor control algorithm. So how we can generate a commutations? See for switch 1, take A A positive and then B negative, right? For switch 2, take B positive, C negative, right? Similarly, third switch, take a B positive, so this is third switch one, and then so this is called B phase, right? So for the B phase, take a C positive and then A negative. Similarly, next one, take a B positive and then A negative. B positive and then A negative. Similarly, take remaining sequences also. So if you run this sequence, then your computation logic will get ready. So the same process in the application code we are going to write as a lookup table, right? So 101, then you have to generate a phase 1 top switch, phase 2 bottom switch. So like that you have to generate an application code in the microcontroller or DSP processor, right? So very basic thing. So now if you apply this entire block, and so this is a load torque. If you apply this one, then you can get a load torque. So just this is the output, speed output. By changing this graph, you can get a desired output speed. And still, if you fine tune the PID loop, then you can remove the peak overshoots and other factors also. So we can avoid the error also. So there are a lot of research options are there by changing the PID, like a fuzzy logic or neural network or any other latest controller. Then you can get latest research applications. Yes. So now let us move to the, yeah. See, this is another applications. So in the AC, fridge, washing machine, so everything the BLDC is going to use. So apart from the two-wheeler and the three-wheeler, for in the EV applications, we can use the BLDC for the two-wheeler as well as the four-wheeler, sorry, three-wheelers. So again here, comparatively other motors, for high power applications, the BLDC will not suitable for the high power applications. See here you can do research in the open loop and then closed loop, and sensorless control also. So from Pantech you can get a hardware for all those things. And apart from this one, we have a hardware model called three-phase inverter bridge, and this is an exclusive driver board. Simply you can connect your PWM signal here. PWM signal, here you have to connect a PWM signal, and then here you can take a output, because the driver board will have a complete isolations along with the amplifier circuit. So in that case, if any fault happening in the power circuit, power supply side, then your microcontroller or DSP will be very safe. And again we have a DSP evaluation board. So it's a low cost evaluation board. If you are need, then you can get it. Just visit our website, you can get those boards. Similarly, for the Spartan 6 FPGA board also we have. So if you are interested, you can go ahead. And then 2812 board, and 2812, and then 28335 board also we have actually. And then motor, BLDC motor, 60 watt, 24 volt, 3000 RPM motor will be available in our store. So you just contact our people to get those informations, the pricing information. Yes. Why BLDC is not suitable for EV, four-wheeler applications. Actually, the capacity of the motor will not suitable for the high power applications. For low power applications, it's okay, but high power applications, it's not suitable, because the range is very limited. And for the BLDC development board, we have so closed loop circuit, like a sensor input is connected to the microcontroller. So this sensor input, and similarly you can get a variable controlled speed. So the entire setup you can get it from the Pantech website. Yes. So we have an internship program. Batch 2 is started. Use this coupon code batch 2 EV, and the last date is about 5th September. So if you are interested, you can go ahead. We have included the bonus content in the internship, vector control of induction motor, and then solar powered EV design, EV system. So these two projects we have added in the internship program only. And still, if you are if you are enrolled in internship, you can access all the content for your 60 days period. Whereas in the YouTube, this live class will be removed after the third day, right? So this is the best platform to learn this EV system. If you are interested, and you can start your career in this point. Now you can ask your questions. Yeah, for the fuzzy logic controller, just take this control and then remove the PI controller. So in the MATLAB, there will be a fuzzy logic controller. So simply just align the rule like most positive and then most negative. So compare, there are the 7 different type of rule like most positive, most positive and then most negative. So in between just vary the falsifier, introduce the falsifier, and similarly for that variable 1 and then variable 2 like a reference and then actual. So from this point you can take a you can easily implement the fuzzy logic controller. Then you have to work a lot for the neural network only. Fuzzy logic very simple logic. With the drive cycle we have scheduled the DC motor in the final project. For sports vehicle, people are using the PMSM, that is interior permanent magnet DC motors. Sorry, in the synchronous motor. Hall sensor, just to go to Google, type MOC sensor. Yeah. So this kind of actually in this MOC sensor again you have this is a spindle sensor. Similar kind of sensor like optical sensor is there, so you can use that one. Yeah, I will show you optical sensor. Yeah, like this one. Yeah, see here. So this sensor will give you the rotor position. Induction motor is working under the mutual induction principle, right? See here, the DC motor will brushless DC motor working principle is entirely different. Atmega 8 16 pin programmer for it. Does it available? Atmega Arduino boards, Raspberry Pi boards, you just get it from the Amazon itself. So if you need any special boards, you please visit our website. Uh, yeah, Mr. Pranav, we can support special projects. Not only this one, we will help you to develop your own projects on step-by-step process. I have given the inquiry form in this video description box. So please check and then please submit your inquiry. Yeah, Mr. Karthik, we can use lithium air battery also. Actually, recently the Tata has scheduled to implement aluminum air battery in their vehicles. How to complete assignments? See, for the assignment, you have to download the whatever we have given the projects and modify the output and each and every class I have given some instructions how to change, what you have to change under, and you have to practice the output. Take the output from the MATLAB, and then you have to share that output in the video comment box. YouTube videos will not be permanent, so within 3 days it will be removed. Yeah, universal motor control you can get it, not a problem. 48 voltage, 500 voltage. Yeah, we have a complete development kit for the SRM motor we have. So if you need a SR motor control, you please WhatsApp me. I will try to give you the answers. This is my WhatsApp number 98409744408. You can watch. The internship student can get an internship completion certificate. For that, they have to access all the internship content. They have to download the project from the portal, and then they have to practice it. Then you can get, they are eligible to get a certificate, and they can download the MATLAB project, and then along with the presentations, and they can join in the VIP group, WhatsApp VIP group. If they are if they need any help, then straight away they can ask the doubt in the group. So we will our team will help you to understand the concepts. I have joined on the 30th August. How I could get older videos? For the internship people, you just visit our website pantechelearning.com. So there you can get all the content. Yes, Mr. Ratan Raju, if you follow the previous classes, you can easily understand all those things actually. Just to visit the previous class. How to join the group. After this live, please WhatsApp me, I will share the group. So after this live, I will give you the link. So please share your email ID to this number. The WhatsApp group only for the internship people. Attendance link is not working, so please check your with other device. Please check with other device. Yeah, if you have any more questions, you please ask me. Thank you, participants. Please share your email ID. Those who are all not able to join in the WhatsApp group, so please share your email ID to my WhatsApp number. I will give you the link. Yeah, BMS it's available ready-made BMS. Lot of BMS models are available. Just to go to Google BMS for 48 voltage, 30 ampere, like that you can check it. See here, these are the BMS model. You can have it. Without air gap, the rotor will not get movement. Thamari Selvan internship is yeah, you can join in the internship. Now it is available. Use the coupon code coupon code coupon code actually batch 2 EV. Use this coupon code to get enrolled in internship. Yeah, Mr. Pranav, our team will get back to you. So actually for the project support, we have a separate team, so they will give you the solutions. Would there be any test for getting certificate? No. So actually the mandatory thing is you have to access all the internship videos. Assignments are there, but assignments not mandatory to get a certificate. But in the internship portal, you have to access all the videos. That is the only main point. Thank you, Mr. Nishant. So if there is a gap, then only the rotor will get free movement. So if it is there is no any air gap, then the rotor will not get moved. Internet of Things. I will share the Internet of Things the registration form in the WhatsApp webinar WhatsApp group. So please check WhatsApp group. And I already have shared the email also. YouTube class will be available only for next 3 days. So this is the IoT link, IoT masterclass link. So please use it. For webinar, to get a webinar certificate, you should submit minimum 25 days attendance. And whereas the internship, there is no any attendance format, because actually whenever you are watching the internship video, automatically your attendance will get captured. So there is no any time specific time. So you can watch your internship video at any at your own convenient time. Whenever you are watching the internship video, automatically your attendance will get marked. PMDC, BLDC working principle are same. PMDC, brushless DC motor working principle are same. If you have any more questions, thank you, Mr. Rohit. Thank you, Mr. Madhvi. Thank you, Madhvi Kumari, ma'am. Dhaval Patel, two-wheeler applications you can go with BLDC, because the BLDC motor only comes up with hub motor. Thank you, Mr. Kushal. Thank you, Mr. Reshma. Yeah, Mr. Ramulu, the YouTube class will be removed after 3 days, so you can access. Siraj, see, actually, if you are the internship user, you no need to follow the YouTube live class, because in the internship you can attend any time. So your attendance is not mandatory to get a internship certificate. How to learn commutation logic? See here, you just to take a 3 square functions, so 3 square shape, and try to develop a logic like whether it is at a high or low or high or low. See here, just to take this one, hall ABC, and then ABC negative, right? A, B negative, B, I mean next one, A, B negative, and then A inverse B, A inverse B. Similarly, B, C negative, and then next one B inverse C. So like that you have to follow the logic. Can we make EV truck? See, actually, for this exclusive EV program, we are going to release electric vehicle as a four-wheeler electric vehicle. So, but actually with the basic specifications, like one person only can travel with the vehicle, and then hardware, real-time hardware. I'm going to release on the probably next week. I will release the hardware. So please have keep engaged with the entire class. I will give you step by step how to frame the structures as per your local convenience. No need to invest much more. Just to take your local convenience, like a crafting method. I'm going to give you the complete instructions. So how we can choose the MOSFETs, and then how you can choose the microcontroller, and then how to develop a algorithm. Algorithm to control your drive. So everything I will give you. How can we make a EV helicopter? I don't know much idea, because there are a lot of aerodynamic things are involved. So I cannot answer this one. So there is a server issue on Pantech e-learning. Just try after some time. So we will rectify it. If I am not watching the internship recorded videos, will I get a certificate or not? To get an internship certificate in the internship portal, you should access all the videos. Then only I can give you the internship certificate. Yeah, Mr. Krishnan Singh. After the pandemic ends, we will give you the real-time EV course also. Yeah, Mr. Yogesh, I can give you the complete hardware solution for the switch reluctance motor. Both motor manufacturing, motor design, and motor manufacturing, and then controller design. Everything I can give you. Hitesh Ramol, can you tell us about the three-phase permanent magnet synchronous motor? Actually, we have scheduled one more class, probably I think tomorrow or day after tomorrow. So please engage this class. You can get. Syed Ibrahim, can I access the YouTube video even after 3 days? No, it's not possible. Internship portal link. Just to visit this link. Pantech e-learning. PantechElearning.com. For batch 1 and then batch 2, actually we are going to give live FAQ sessions. So for each and every batch, we will give you the live FAQ sessions. So batch wise, we are running that live classes. So that's why we are separating the batch. Servo motor is used. Servo motor is used for the low speed precise control applications. For EV applications, servo motor mechanism is not advisable. What type of jobs can we get in EV? Actually here in the EV market, so there are a variety of application jobs are required there. So if you know the power electronics, you can be a inverter. You can get a chance to design an inverter, right? Powertrain inverter, and then battery BMS modeling, BMS algorithm, battery thermal management. So these are all only towards the research, and other than this production service, lot of things are there, quality there. But if you know the concept of power electronics, and then motor control, motor working principle, and battery working principle, then you have a better chance. Offers are available for internship program. Yes, it's available. What is the difference between PMDC and then brushless DC motor? Working principle is same. PMDC it has a mechanical contact, whereas in the PM brushless DC motor will have electronic commutations. So welcome EV batch also comes up with the batch 1. Batch 2 booking is started. You can you can join from booking started from yesterday onwards. So till September 5th you can join in the batch 2. Recorded classes only available on the internship, so please take internship to get access recorded classes. Thank you, Gajendran. Thank you, Hitesh. If you have any more questions, you please ask me. Actually, in this 30-day series, BMS topic has been included. So we will cover on that within 45 minutes how much it is possible, then I can cover it. Thank you. Thanks for your valuable time here. And if you have any more questions, you please WhatsApp or submit your questions in the Google form. So I will try to give you the solutions. Thank you, participants. Thanks for your valuable time. So this is my WhatsApp number. So please take this number. And if you have any feedback, please share this feedback in the video format. Thank you, participants. Thanks for your valuable time here.